Friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If it is your first time here, I am Rachel. Like I said, I do reviews, very honest ones. I cook, I do time and money saving videos, and closer to my heart, I motivate you to stay active because it is not always about the body. I bought myself a Christmas gift na nikajidanganya Santa alinipatia. It's alright, it's okay. I know Santa, you're somewhere, wherever that you live. Remember that I live and that I need some gift. So my gift was or were a Nutricook Eco pot and a food processor cum blender. You saw that in my unboxing in December. If you didn't watch that, I should link it up for you. Now that you have it, like mine, I have it. So what next? What next? Usually when I get a new machine, I am kind of nervous, at the same time excited to use it. And I think most people will be like that because you want to experience the whole potential of using whatever that you bought. At the same time, you go like, oh gosh, I hope I didn't waste money on this. Or yeah, just realizing that you are the one who did a mistake and messed it up. It won't be a good one. So when you buy this pot, one thing you should stop doing or you shouldn't do is to stop being influenced and you stay informed, right? And this is what I mean. Everyone that is doing the instant pot or Nutricook smart pot kind of videos will tell you that when you buy the pot, this is what you need. You need an egg boiler. You need a what. You need an extra everything here. You need a liner for this. Silicone, blah, blah, blah. Such things, that is not important. It might sound so convincing at the point that they are telling you to buy those, but who told them that you will be using your pot the same way they will be using it? Maybe you are this kind of a person who is getting it just for boiling beans, okay? So why do you need to do all those other things to cooler your 10K for no good reason? Stop buying into the marketing gimmicks, the influencers in the name of telling you what to do. Acquire the pot, and then in the process, if you think that really you need something like a silicone fix for something that you'll be making, then acquire it because you need it. Otherwise, utanunua so many things, clutter your kitchen with a lot of things, waste money that you could have used in so many other things. Ukinunua vitu because your influencer said that you need to buy this and this and this. Little do you know that they have been paid to say that that is what you need. Of course you might need it, but until you need it, my point is, don't buy it. Don't. Then let's get to what you need to know. The first very important thing that you need to know after umepata your pot is familiarize yourself with the pieces that are there. We are talking about the base. This is the base of the pot. Stainless pot rack. This is the rack. Rack usually would place your things when you want to make them, especially vitu kama eggs, when you want to boil your eggs, when you want to bake your cake, when you want to put anything that you're not going to immerse into the steaming stainless pot. This is what you will need. And then we are talking about this thing. This is a measuring cup yenye utatumia kupimia maji. This is the soup spoon ya kuserve ka soup hivi, and this is the rice paddle. Okay, so that is it. The other thing, sorry for the noise, what is important, it is this, the lining of this thing. This is the sealing ring. Okay, so what you need to know about the sealing ring is that you should clean it, of course, very well after cooking, and before cooking you should make sure that imeingia vile inafaa. So don't be in any rush ya cook when you've not checked on this. I know it is one pot that could make someone be lazy in a way, but always make sure that your sealing ring is in intact position. It is the way it's supposed to be. The locking pin ni hizi za huku kando. So what happens is ukitumia the keys, the lock and unlock, you will see the direction at which it is supposed to move for it to lock and unlock, so it shouldn't give you any difficulty when you're doing that. So make sure when you're cooking that all these are intact. So that means when you're cleaning this, you make sure that is ikozote, otherwise you are going to be in a very big problem. The small one, you see the one with the whitish, the shiny one, the float valve, kazi yake ni kukuonyesha when the pressure mounts. So usually when you start cooking, the pot will take some time, and then when the pressure mounts, then the valve will rise up. Okay, the way you see it protruding, that is how it will be, and this is how it will be when it is safe for you to open the pot. So if it is like this, you know very well the pressure is okay, you're going to have it very easy opening the pot and very safe. But if it is like this, then you know that it is super dangerous for you to open that before venting the pressure. Ceiling rack equal next to the ceiling ring, the wire thing that is next to the ring. This is the control panel of the pot, and you can see kuna start, kuna cancel if you want to cancel whatever ulikuwa umeweka, kuna all those if you want to make your cake, your egg, you want to mute cooking, you want to slow cook, you want to keep warm, like whatever that you're planning to do with your pot, it is all indicated here. So whatever that you cook enters here in this pot. So if it is your beans that you're cooking, make sure that after soaking your beans, if you soak them, I always do soak my legumes when I'm cooking them, make sure that you put them first, and then ukiziweka, when you're measuring the water, make sure that whatever you're cooking, it does not exceed the maximum. So to be safe, let it be at the 4L or 4 liter mark. So put your beans and then put the water liquid. Remember, there is no way you're going to cook without water unless you are sauteing whatever that you'll be making with all this. And then let's talk about the base. This is the base of the pot, and this inside here, it's where the stainless pot goes in. This is the part of your pot that should not come into contact with water at whatever point. If you want to protect it, keep it dry, keep it out of water situations. When you want to cook, you should remember to use your stainless pot, because that is where your food should come in when you're cooking. Otherwise, you're going to mess your pot, and I know that is not something that you want. When you are using this Nutricook pot, you will observe that kuna this part, and this is a very important part. Utaona there's a part there imeandikwa ceiling, and this other one imeandikwa venting. When you're cooking, your pot should always be at the ceiling point. That is to ensure that it is not emitting any pressure out. And when you are done cooking, then you can vent. To vent is to release the pressure mounting in your pot when you're cooking. One is to force the venting. That is where you stroke the knob from the ceiling kuileta kwa venting that way. So this, if you are to do this, please don't use your tuvidoles or anything metallic. Just use a wooden thing to just stroke it to the direction of the venting, and it will be good. The second, which is the safest way and which is a way you can use to save more energy and cook your food effectively, is to let it happen naturally. After your food has done cooking, then you let it vent. A sure way of doing this faster and effectively is to turn your pot off. When you turn your pot off, ita vent, and utaona kwa pressure valve itaenda chini. Kwenda chini will be assure that the pressure is not mounting at the moment, and it is safer for you to open the pot. A very important note to remember is to weka this thing. This is a condensation collector. Because of the steam when you are cooking, huku hivi kuta accumulate some steam, okay? And now the watery bit should be collected, and this is where you put that thing. So this should be installed every time before you cooking, and you empty it after every cooking cycle. So this is the pot after installing the condensation bit. It goes through that place and then inaingia kwa collection container, which you are supposed to remove and clean. Now that we are familiar with the pot, a few checks here and there then it is time for me to tell you one more thing, very important thing that you should do before you start cooking. And this is the thing: you need to put water in the stainless cooking pot. And what we are doing with this is just to check on whether our pot is functioning on right just before uweke chakula yako na ukuwe surprised. So this is how you do it. You just put the water in the stainless pot and then you put it into the pot base. This is done after washing the pot, the inside of the pot and the kifuniko vizuri. That is after buying them. We are doing that with dishwashing soap and warm water, just to remove any manufacturing residue on all this. So you pour it and run it for 5 or 2 minutes. 2 minutes would be okay for me, because that would tell whether the pot is functioning right. And then you try the venting to just see how much that does, and if maybe it has faulty concerns, then you can contact whatever place that you bought it. So remember to do your water test. Remember to do that. It is very important. After you put in your food, you start cooking, and before they count down your minutes, then there is the time lapse hapo hivyo, and that time food will be cooking. With this, I estimated around 7-8 minutes. I wasn't exact. I need to do like a correct timer thing. But again, you need to realize that there is that time lapse, and at that time food is still cooking. All right, remember you put your beans at 30 minutes. So if we add the 8 minutes, then it means those are 38 minutes. If your 30 minutes were the perfect bean cooking duration, then we are talking about some more 8 minutes. And that is not all, because after the cooking minutes, there is the cooling minutes before the venting process is done, and that could take up to 30 minutes. Most of the people who will be using this kind of a pot, the Nutripot, the instant pot, are likely to overcook their foods. Overcooked food, it is not fun at all. So this is the thing: estimate your timing. For example, if your beef stew takes 15-20 minutes, and then you need to minus the 8 minutes, I minus 10 minutes and let it vent naturally. So it is like warming your food and then slow cooking it with some like simmering it for the rest of the time. I want to be doing like a series of cooking using the pot to see how many things you can make with it, of course within the Kenyan context. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you stick around. I hope you subscribe to my channel. Remember, it is 3 videos in a week: Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays, 1 p.m. Nairobi time. My name is Rachel. In case you forgot, I'll see you then. Go ahead.